Hey everybody, this is a blog. I think it's like February 6, 2010, and this is for my Spirit Universal channel. And I've been studying this book that I've had this book for like about 12 years. And I can only read half of the book because I didn't understand what the book was talking about for like years and years and years. I got up to like chapter 13 years ago, and I didn't understand it, so I had to put it down. And I picked it back up recently. Last time I picked it up was like 6 years ago. It's called Cosmic Science of the Ancient Masters. And it is written by, it was written in 1969 by Professor Hilton Hotima. And it's one of those books. I picked it up at an African festival, and so as I was studying the book recently, I've been studying this book, and there are a lot of points that are very good in the book that I always knew, and there are a lot of points that I just came into the knowledge of in the past 2 years. And I wanted to just share my what I know. I know it might be the first point. I just wrote down these points. The first point was know thyself. Man, know thyself. This is an ancient African proverb that was found in the Temple of Delphi. It's inscribed, man, know thyself, and thou wilt know the universe and the gods. I just wanted to put this point out there because this has always been a very important part of human development and spiritual growth, is to know thyself. A lot of people won't pay attention to the first mind. They won't pay attention to what they feel and what they think and what their inner spirit is telling them, because it will sound totally unorthodox from what mainstream is dictating. So they tend to follow along what mainstream is dictating. And people get lost within themselves. That's how people don't be true to themselves. That's how people end up phony and wearing a mask and know they're wearing a mask. Or sometimes the mask just becomes part of who you are, to the point where there's no separation. I never worn a mask, and that you think might be a positive thing, but it's actually turned out to be a pretty negative thing, because by me not wearing a mask or a shield or a cover, I open myself up to a lot of negativities that wearing a mask would protect me from, or pretending to be something would protect me from. I have opened myself up to them and absorbed them. But know thyself, I mean, I've always felt like your 20s were the time that you really get to know yourself. About 30, you should really know who you are. I made a video yesterday on my other channel about the 4 F's, that come with the hood mentality. What were they? Fucked up, feel good, fight, and fuck. It's basically what people do in their 20s nowadays, and they think that's all they are, is a person that wants to please these emotions. So I'm just encouraging anybody that's on a spiritual journey to know thyself. Get to know what your strengths and your weaknesses are. Because eventually you'll realize that all of these aren't a part of you anyway. They're all part of your ego. But until you get to that point, just get to know yourself. Get to know your who you are, what do you like, what do you don't want to like. Get to know why you do certain things. Do you react to situations? Do you think analytically? Do you think intuitively? Do you think rationally? So that's what I would encourage. I would encourage knowing thyself. And I will be back more with other points from this book. And it's going to get good, but it's also kind of deep. I just need to keep studying, because one day I'm going to be able to go back and actually go back to that point of realization for me that snapped me out of wanting to pursue theological, religious, Christian principles and stuff. So stay tuned.